It's my pleasure to introduce Dan Coyle, who is a New York Times best-selling author of the book, The Talent Code. So without further ado, it is an honor on behalf of U.S. Soccer to introduce Dan Coyle.
I'm a writer, and I've been working in the area of high performance for a lot of years, both in magazine journalism and in book-length journalism. Actually studied a bit of science in college, science and literature, so it's all coming around. People normally think of training and practice as something that is important, that is, you're obligated to do it. It's sort of like almost like a chore in some ways, but they don't think of it as being magical. They don't think of it as having the ability to deeply change someone. But when you look at the science, when you look at the changes that good practice makes in the human brain, you see that practice has the ability to profoundly change people's levels of talent, to people's levels of skill. Most of the good master coaches that I saw had a habit of infusing drills with an excitement and an emotion that made the drill like a game. It wasn't about doing a certain number of reps. It was about the thrill. They were able to inject emotion into those things. It takes 10,000 hours of intensive practice to get good at anything, whether it's chess or conducting a symphony or neurology or soccer. The human brain learns in certain ways at a certain rate. And so these places and these principles, which have to do with substances in our brain that get deposited when we practice in certain ways. The path forward from where we are is always the same. And it goes through intensive, reaching, deep practice, and it goes through this intense identity ignition. Like those two processes are always there. And the third one is this presence of someone next to them who understands the skill deeply and who has a connection to the person who is the coach. When you look at from 6 to 12, the development that happens in the brain in those years is something that you never have the chance to get back. You know, there's a reason that people who play in world-class symphonies all start between the ages of 6 and 12. There's no 13-year-old who plays violin in the New York Symphony. Starting then, when the brain is making those changes, you get the most out of each repetition. You get the most change for the least effort. When you look at the impact a coach can have, when you look at the sheer power that coaching can have on the development of an athlete, those 6 to 12, zone 1 is the golden time.